This is plant-based Azalea Healer from the Hood, and I was wondering if I should talk about this, and I'm like, yes, I should. So I will continue on. We were at 1175 12th Street. It was a beautiful Victorian. It was old. I got it for $10,000 down. It was 10,000 a month, and this was over 20 years ago. I had my three kids, raising them, and it was very, very difficult. We lived upstairs, had the holistic center downstairs, and we had a home in the back. But 10,000 a month was steep, including all the cost of keeping up holistic center and taking care of children. Now we were there for 4 years, and what ended up happening was stuff started happening crazy. The kids started seeing things. My youngest daughter, Ananda, she says, "Mommy," she ran into the room. The rooms were huge, and she ran into the room and she said, "I'm seeing soldiers. They're coming after me." And I'm like, "Uh-oh, what's going on with my daughter?" But then when my oldest daughter started saying it and my son, I knew it was true because they were seeing soldiers. They would look in the mirror and they would see like alfalfa with fangs, with blood dripping down and things like that. And it was getting crazy. So we had this big, huge Victorian house, and it was peaceful for 4 years. And out of nowhere, these things started appearing during the daytime, by the way. Okay, so the kids would come in my room at night and they wouldn't sleep in their rooms because they were very scared. And I never saw it. I'm very sensitive, but I never saw anything. And my husband at the time, he never saw anything. And I knew that my daughters and my son was not lying. So this has been going on for a while. I had people come and see if there's anything we need to get out the house. No, it was the house. And in talking to some of the neighbors, some of their Victorian houses were haunted as well. I looked up the history of it and found out all kind of things. So I said, what do I do? So in the middle of the night, I had told my business partner, and he thought I was lying. So he went and forged my name, thinking I was lying, trying to take the house. And one night I was with my daughter Ananda, and we were in the bed, and for the first time I saw a fist come out the sky and hit her in the chest, and she started screaming, and I said, that's it. I left everything behind, put my kids in the car, and left that house. And I couldn't sell it knowing that it was haunted. So I put it in the realtor. I told the realtor, this is a haunted house. I told her, I said, a person needs to know that it's a haunted house if we sell it. And the guy just thought I was ludicrous, the partner, the business partner. He thought I was trying to get him out again. So she didn't really believe it. She had blonde, long hair. And when she went in the huge basement, her hair was standing on top of her head, on top of her head. And she says, I believe you. I don't want to deal with this. And that was it. She ran, drove off in her car. Okay. So she never told me what she saw or what she didn't see. And I'm making the long short of it because that was a horrifying moment. And so I told the man, he didn't believe me. So we left the house. We left everything in the house. We just left, okay? Because I tried everything. And it was really interesting because it was really peaceful before then. It was like really extremely peaceful. I got something on me. And it was peaceful. And then all of a sudden, all this haunting stuff started. So I thought that was really interesting. And so we were gone. And so the man forged my name, didn't want to give me anything from the property, and he moved in. And I said, okay, you better be careful. Like, it's really serious up in there. I was prayed up, but it's really serious. And so he ended up, you know, fraudulently doing my name and all this stuff. And I come back a couple of months later and they're wheeling his body out the house. And they said that he just dropped dead and he was only in his 40s. So it was not a joke. And I remember being in that house when all this stuff was happening, and I looking out the window, and I remember a lady was staring at the house, and I noticed she was staring at the house like in a fright. And I said, are you okay? And I came downstairs to meet her. She said, how is it in that house? And I told her what started to happen with the kids. She said, yeah, that house is seriously haunted. And I said, ah. And so that is the story of that house at 1175 12th Street. I have to have my peace. I never want to be in a house like that. But there was a lot of history and stuff. So in fact, in dealing with, helping cancer clients, helping people, aiding healing holistically, watching my children, going through all this stuff, finances, trying to keep things up. And now we have a haunted house. Stay tuned. There's more.